With the Americas, Japanese, and the newly announced Europe Collector's Edition versions for the new Resident Evil 2 finally announced, this video will serve as an update for all these versions. There has also been some new info announced that I have yet to talk about, plus a rumor leak that I will be showing you all at the end of the video that explains the beginning hour of both Leon and Claire's campaign. Do note that this leak may or may not be true, so keep that in mind. It does however seem quite possible to be true, and don't worry, I'll warn you all in advance before I put up any spoilers on screen, for anyone that does not want to see it. Now that being said, let's talk some Resident Evil 2. Starting from the top, let's first go over the different collector's editions that have been announced so far. Recapping very quickly the America's GameStop version for $200 US, we know that we'll be getting the special deluxe packaging for the game itself, with the extra DLC pack card that will include extra character costumes, an in-game swap with the classic Re2 music, and the deluxe Albert Samurai Edge handgun model. Do note that this extra DLC pack will also be available for digital download on the day of the game's release, for 1,389 yen, which is roughly $12 US. The 1-foot Leon RPD figure, Bin's File 32-page art book, a digital soundtrack, and an RPD renovation poster. All this will be inside of an RPD item box themed package. Last I looked, this collector's edition is sold out, but I will go ahead and put the link down in the description in case you want to take a look for yourself. Now moving on to the second announced collector's edition, Japan's version. One of the coolest but most expensive collector's edition yet, and if you thought that $200 was expensive, wait till you hear this. Called the Premium Edition for 98,800 yen, or roughly $900 US, you will get the base game, Leon figure, Bin's File art book, the RPD renovation poster, the extra DLC pack, which again you can purchase on release date separately, and an actual physical copy of the soundtrack for the game. All of this will of course be packed inside the item box themed package. In addition, for buying this in advance, you will also get a set of 4 physical ink ribbons. These ink ribbons are actually Japanese washi tapes, aka high quality arts and crafts masking tape that will have 4 different designs on the tape itself. As you can see on this image, the 4 designs are shown here. However, what's making this premium edition cost so much more is the RE2 themed Lexington typewriter Bluetooth keyboard. You can actually buy this separately as well if you so desire, however it's not cheap. In fact, be prepared to spend 75,000 yen, which roughly translates to The European Collector's Edition for RE2 will cost 229 euros, or roughly $262 US. This Collector's Edition actually has some new additions, so let's kick things off with an actual steelbook case for the game, which I do know that there are a few people out there that actually like collecting steelbook cases. As of right now, this is the only way you can get a steelbook case. Moving on, we get the usual Bin's File art book, the deluxe DLC pack card, Leon's 1-foot figure, and the RPD renovation poster. And like Japan's collection edition, you get a physical CD soundtrack for the game. Now, there are some new things this version has over the others, and that's a Made in Heaven pin, which is the same logo that's on the back of Claire's jacket, and a set of 4 RPD keys with its own case. I was not able to find info on the keys itself because it would be nice to know if they were made out of a metal substance or a plastic material. It kind of looks like plastic from this image, but I'm not sure. So there you have it. These are the collector's editions that have been announced. Unfortunately, none of them have a Claire figure, but I would not be surprised if a Claire figure is announced down the line separately. So moving on to the new information for the game, not much has really been talked about. During an interview, we have been told that the game is basically done at this point and is in a polishing state. The puzzles in the game will also be much more realistic and not so far-fetched or random like the classic games. An example of this would be like in RE3, finding a hidden battery behind the mayor's statue in front of City Hall. Kinda random and lots of work in order to hide just a regular old battery. Or in RE2's case, moving the bookshelves in the RPD in order to get an item to solve another puzzle. Where in RE2 Remake, we can see that exact same puzzle where you have to move the bookshelves, but instead you need to move them in order to make a passageway on the 2nd floor to get across. Other than that, at Tokyo Game Show 2018 next month, a possible new demo for the game might be available to play. My guess is that this might be a Claire demo. Replay value for the game will also be very high, due to something new that will be unlocked after beating the game. No details were given on what this new thing is other than the unlockable will be a mode far bigger than Hunk's 4th survivor scenario. If I had to guess, it's more than likely a mercenary mode, or perhaps an item/enemy randomizer mode, or perhaps a static camera mode where you can play the entirety of the game with tank controls and fixed camera angles. We really don't know at this point. What we do know is that DLC for the game will be planned much like RE7's DLC, with possibly many more modes or scenarios being added in the future after the game is released. So there you have it. Like I've said, not much new information has been announced for RE2 in August as of right now, but that will soon change once Gamescom 2018 happens next week in Europe, where a possible new Resident Evil 2 trailer will be shown. So feel free to subscribe if you have not done so for future RE2 updates, Resident Evil HD playthroughs, and my fighting game content. Now before I go, I did say I would show you a possible rumored spoiler for the beginning of the game at the end of this video, so feel free to pause the video and look it over if you're interested in seeing it. That being said, have a good day, good night, and like always, rock on.
Death count activated.